Hello, fellow watchers and enjoyers. Welcome back to Watching Walford, and today we have a cheeky little bit of news. There's been an announcement of an hour-long special that coincides with the anniversary of Lucy Beale's death, which apparently is April 17th. Which, considering we're doing a podcast a week of Lucy Beale's death, didn't fucking know that. Had no fucking idea when she actually died. So
It's gonna be funny, isn't it? 'Cause, I'm just imagining all the people sitting down reminiscing. Luke was great, and then Cindy's gonna look over at Bobby. You fucking killed my daughter. You I can't see you. Um,
yeah.
but it's basically 2 half-hour episodes straight into one because Thursday they're scheduled because reason football.
Maybe could be some friendlies. Don't actually know. Says though there have been schedule changes recently due to live sport, this appears to be an editorial decision rather than a forced change, and we have some details about what will occur. Synopsis of this episode, which will air on April 17th, reads: A shocked Jane realizes he needs to tell his family some news. The Beales gather to remember Lucy, and the fundraiser event takes a dark turn, and Elaine supports a friend in need. So predictions. Nadine's pregnant and she's told Jay. that's Jay's big news. Nadine, the escort he slept with once, is pregnant now. That's my prediction for it.
Okay.
What do you reckon?
Don't know. Nadine is actually Lola. Is died. So Lola is not dead. She's actually died, and she was played by a doppelganger for years on end.
The one thing that's kind of wild is that obviously Patsy Kensit and the actress who played Nadine had met up and they took some pictures, and everybody's like, "Ooh, they're fucking conspiring against Jay to take Lexi." So maybe. I think that sounds realistic. I don't really know how they'd keep Lexi around with just Ben and Jay. And it also allows not Ben and Jay, Callum and Jay rather, and it allows Callum and Jay to both move on whilst not having to be a parent, which they did agree to do, but Ben's in prison now, and there'll be some. I feel like that's probably most likely, honestly. I mean, it was teased. I think it was this year that that Emma would be back for a big custody battle thing. Then again, that those leaks also teased that Ben and Jay were going to be in a custody battle. So, didn't really happen, did it? I can't wait for the one person who wrote those fucking fake leaks. Just, well, see, they actually changed it to make it not work. Yeah, all right. You just made shit up, didn't you? Beals gathers to remember Lucy. I mean, Jane. I wouldn't be surprised if Jane shows up. Honestly, I think that would be a pretty big time to do it because, look, let's just say Cindy struggles a lot, and I can easily imagine Cindy towards the 10-year anniversary, she's gonna be a bit more fucking aggy at Bobby. Gonna be a bit more aggressive, and maybe this time he's had enough, right? Maybe she goes too far this time, and perhaps she calls Jane, who comes back and says, "Stop fucking bullying my son." And then you obviously have Ian, who's like, "Oh, fucking hell, I didn't think I'd ever see you again." And yeah, just make that prediction. I mean, it's going to be funny if this isn't actually a big important episode. It's just that the schedule changed. But yeah, the fundraiser takes a dark turn. I imagine.
Well, to read a bit on the fundraiser refers to Yolande Truman's ongoing charity project with Pastor Clayton, which has seen her challenge him over his inappropriate behaviour towards her. If you're wondering what the inappropriate behaviour is, he went to hug her, and slid, and then went to that. And then he also put his hand on her leg and
I think it's on her thigh specifically, but
or on her thigh and squeezed it.
Yeah.
With consent is key. And
Yeah.
And since he's a pastor thing, well, the Lord says I can do this, I can do
Not
And
entirely.
yeah, that's how I imagine they.
That's not what all pastors do.
Not all of them. But that's how I imagine some of them, like the creepy ones, do it. They're like, the Lord said it, so it must be true.
Yeah,
The Lord came to me in a dream, actually.
but regardless, regardless,
Uh,
I imagine honestly, since he seems like he is going to be a villain, I wouldn't be surprised if he genuinely like does a big speech and shames Yolande, and like this caused a massive fight, and it kind of excommunicates Yolande from the church, and everybody's like, "Oh, I can't believe you do that," trying to cheat on your husband with a pastor, like, and he'll kind of be the victim in this, in a sense. Obviously, Yolande will have the worst treatment.
I'd assume he's gonna say that Lande sexually touched him, like the script, and that's my guess.
Or perhaps he just goes, and just want to thank the person who sorted all this stuff out, my wife.
No, not my wife.
And
Me.
Yolande gets none of the attention for doing all of the work, which probably hoping for the latter one, because the first one's a lot more depressing. Oh, good. Like I said, we said it on the podcast. It's a really good story to tell, and I'm happy that they're doing it. But yeah. I was joking with my brother, and my brother was like, "Man, it feels like the theme of the show right now is just gaslight. Like everybody's getting fucking ruined." Like, yeah, fair enough. Just yeah, he still hates Dean, still doesn't like the pastor, and
You're not like he's 65.
the only thing good about him.
Oh.
And Elaine sports a friend in need. Just imagine it's Kathy, probably. Kathy's probably struggling. She's now had Rocky taken away from her, and Ben as well. She's generally on her own, really. And just going on, it says, the episode comes 10 years since the shocking reveal of who killed Lucy Beale as part of the BBC Soap 30th anniversary celebrations, and then it goes through all the stuff about the whodunit. But there we are. So yeah, an hour-long special announced for the April the 17th. If it is actually a big deal, I'm sure we'll actually cover the episode specifically. Maybe, perhaps, I don't know.
Well, at least that's, one. We get the podcast recorded early, so it won't be a Thursday episode.
Yeah, that is true. But yeah, tell us what you think. I think we did enough decent. Well, yeah, I think we did enough decent, like, cheeky little detective hacks on, trying to figure out what actually goes on, and that's, pretty interesting to fucking see. Look forward to it. I feel like they've kind of been subverting expectations by, the anniversary week was a bit like, it wasn't the most high octane shit. It was more about Denise. It was a bit less grand and a bit more like homely. And I think that's what they're probably going to be doing throughout the year, anyways. Because under Chris Glenshaw, like, some weeks just fucking blow up, and it's ridiculous. Like, what the like? Oh, Ian's back. It just in June or in like May or something. So I feel like this will probably be a big celebration, and some storylines will be pushed forward. But I can't imagine it'll all be about the 6th, though. There we are. We've been watching Walford. Thank you for watching the video. If you want to support us, there are a bunch of links in the description if you want to go and support the channel, join the Discord, etc., etc. Thank you for watching. Join us in the next one. Bye-bye.